Well, let's go back to the phones. We've got Marie from Dublin holding forward. Hey, Marie. Are you there, Marie? You may have
Yes,
to
I am.
go ahead with your question.
My question is, like he was saying, when it's dealing with medical.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Go ahead, ma'am. What's your question for us?
Okay, I was calling. My question is, if you were like neglect when you're under a medical doctor and you're undergoing chemo and radiation for cancer, and then they send you home with no anticoagulant, no aspirin or anything, and a couple of weeks later you get a blood clot, through a blood clot, and you die. Isn't that a form of negligence on medical part?
It could be. It could be, and kind of like what Mr. Horne touched on just a second ago. What it mostly comes down to is whether the doctor, what they did or did not do was within the, quote, standard of care. That's the legal buzzword, standard of care, in the community for good medicine and in that particular field. So I know that oftentimes, unfortunately, blood clots can be a risk from certain procedures that you undergo, and so it all depends upon whether that was a risk that was foreseeable to the doctor and whether there's something they could or should have done to prevent that from happening. But I'm sorry to hear that it sounds like you lost someone close to you from such an event, and certainly that's catastrophic when the person is no longer with us. So that certainly falls into what we're talking about tonight, and as we're seeing right away, these catastrophic injuries can take many different forms, like Mr. Horne touched on.